Hello and welcome back to Bloodborne with myself, Hollow. This is my blind playthrough. This is episode 4. We return and we have just beat Ludwig and his glorious Moonlight Greatsword. Really interesting fact that's been pieced together by you guys in the comments is that the Moonlight Greatsword was actually the original. The weapon that he was using in the fight. We all know and love the Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls 1. It was in Dark Souls 2. I can't believe it's in Bloodborne, but it was in Bloodborne. That was the original Holy Blade. That actually was. And the one that I was using in the playthrough, the ones that I found and basically bought from the merchants, that was just a replica, a fake imitation of the greatness that was the real Moonlight Greatsword. And of course, we had no way of knowing that until we met Ludwig, because we were given no indication that that was the case. We may not have known that it was the original sword, right? We could have guessed that it was a replica, sure, but we didn't know that the original didn't actually look like that. You know, this strong sort of whitish colour with patterns on it that look like moons and different stars. And it all makes sense now because the Moonlight Greatsword, it says moon on it, right? It's in the name. So there's obviously, they're going to put a moon on the imitation version. But the fact that there were stars and a galaxy sort of creeping along the blade on like a pattern that's been like etched into it. Really cool because that's what's actually on the Moonlight Greatsword. The moving galaxy. It looks like a galaxy inside of a sword. And I must say, that does fit very well in Bloodborne because of the great ones, the old ones. They came from the galaxy. They came from space. They're aliens. Alright, so one thing you may notice is that I have this weapon. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, yeah. That's right, I'm using the Beast Hunter Scythe, and it is, in fact, +9. It's actually the only other dex weapon in the DLC so far. It's so bullshit, man. I don't know why they've done this. But basically, we had a lot of comments on people saying, Hollow, why do you use boring, bland weapons like the Saw Spear? I wish you would do something original. And the thing is, every playthrough I've ever done of Dark Souls, or I guess Bloodborne, or Demon Souls, whatever, I've always done something different. Actually, when I played Demon Souls, I was using a spear. In Dark Souls 1, I was using a block-only build. In Dark Souls 2, I was using dual katana swords. You remember that? The dual-wield build? We've never seen anything like that. And I was using a power stance. In the Bloodborne playthrough, I was using strength weapons, so I used the Butcher Saw, or whatever it is, you know, the base weapon, and then I was using Ludwig's Holy Blade, and I was using the wheel, and I messed around with some other things as well for a little bit. So I used a variety in the Bloodborne playthrough. This time I wanted to use skill, and so I was using this weapon. Unfortunately, though, the truth of the matter is, apparently, this weapon is used by speedrunners. So it's a very popular weapon. Basically, they go get this weapon and then they use it for the rest of the playthrough. I didn't know that. I've never watched any Bloodborne speedruns. So apparently, this weapon is quite overused. And for the first 3 episodes, people are kind of like, I kind of want him to use a different weapon. So I decided I'd use the only other weapon in the DLC that I've got that's viable for me, which is really bullshit. Because you got the Beast Cutter, which is a strength weapon, Holy Moonlight Sword, which is kind of strength but mainly arcane. You got the Boom Hammer, which is a strength weapon. You got the Whirligig Sword, which is a strength weapon. You got the Amygdallan Arm, which is a strength weapon. So the only option out of the DLC weapons for me is the Beast Hunter Scythe. Unfortunately, though it admittedly does look plain, right? Although it does look plain, it's got this really cool moveset where you attack really fucking quickly. You've got the slow swings here, but they're like arcing, so it's really good for AoE. You've got this really satisfying power attack which stuns and knocks down enemies. Very useful. The power attack with this one's not that great. It's alright, but it's basically the worst version. We have a really nice charge R2, which is great. Good AoE right there. I think it's a good weapon. And it is, of course, dex or skill related, the only one. Before I actually forget, since I was going back in. I've actually forgot to showcase the butcher set. You see the butcher mask and all that. Basically, I completely forgot that I had it with all of the boss fighting that was going on last time. So today, we will definitely put it on, and we will definitely read the description of each piece. Although, probably each piece is the same description, right? Mask of the Oh my god, really? The Madaras twins, descendants of the Forbidden Woods, likely belonging to the older of the two. The twins grew up in the Silent Kingship with a poisonous snake. Eventually they learned human ways and became hunters. When they discovered vermin even in their beloved snake, the younger brother is said to have murdered the older. Wow. If you don't remember that, there was a patroller or guardian of the Forbidden Forest, and we actually found his set. The Graveguard Robe. Robe of Doris, Graveyard of the Forbidden Woods. Countless bloodied rituals took hang from its back. Willem kept 2 loyal servants back at Bergenworth. When they were sent into the labyrinth, they encountered the Eldritch Truth and went mad. One became the password keeper, while Doris became a graveguard of the forest. Both remained loyal even in madness. So, he did go mad, confirms it. Look at that, they're kind of similar, right? Garb of the Madaras twins, designated blah blah. Both of the twins became hunters and brought back and dissected their beast prey in order to support the villagers in their forbidden research. Yeah, wow. So, I guess they were brothers. We know that the older one, this mask right here belonged to the older one. He was murdered by his brother. I guess that was out of the fact that it turned out the snake was vermin. Whoever the snake is, though, we don't know. And the gloves and legs do indeed say the same thing, and this is what the set looks like. I mean, it's got that butcher vibe, right? You got the apron and the blood on it, chains around the middle. Very cool, but the helmet looks absolutely terrible. I say helmet. The hood. It's awful, that. See if we can make this look a little bit cooler. Yeah, there you go. Instantly, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? That looks a lot better. My god, that's so much nicer. But yeah, you can do your own fashion souls. You can do your own customization and get like a cooler set if you want to be a butcher with a cleaver or whatever. And we have another interesting change. At Ludwig's horse head, we have this character. He wasn't here before. I can't tag him, so must be able to talk to him. Oh, it's that same guy that we met just before the boss fight in that, like, hidden alcove. How's it going, my man?
A tragic figure, but he will shame himself no longer. He died with his ideals untarnished. He was a true hero, and earned that much at least.
He's fully aware of the history of the land and the people in it. And even the monstrous abominations they became, he still knew who they were, what they were.
Do you know why the hunters are drawn to this nightmare? Because it sprouted from their very misdeeds. Things that some would rather keep secret. A pitiful tale of petty arrogance, really. High time someone exposed the whole charade.
Very interesting. The reason this place exists is because they wanted to keep it a secret, aka arrogance, right? Instead of just bearing their secrets, right? We have referenced before that places like the Nightmare, like Murgo's Loft, you know, that whole Nightmare area was created by Murgo. You know, you've got a being, and it created an area or a zone, a place that people can go to, considered or referred to as a dream or a nightmare, right? A realm that doesn't really exist, but we're able to all exist inside of it at the same time. You know, like having multiple people in the same dream is kind of a basic concept. But I guess we're gonna find out at some point who created this nightmare, what secret they're hiding, which is of course why they made it. I'm very interested to learn that. Have you got anything else to say before I go?
Now, go on ahead. You seek nightmares and the secrets within, do you not?
That's true. I should continue.
Now.
Alright. You're a very interesting character. A little bit creepy, though. Little bit creepy. So we have this side passage over here. Yep. Comes up. See what lies
crowd under the church. Beasts are a curse, and the curse is a shackle. Only ye, the true blades of the church.
Is someone trapped in here? Look. You can see him. Behind the door. And he's hitting his head against the wall. And he's saying the same thing over and over. Wow, look at that corridor. Look how creepy that corridor is. You shut up. Look at that corridor. Oh my god, that's like... It's such a thing out of like horror films. Oh man. Such good like design. Alright. It's locked. Alright, so what I gotta do is find a key and let this guy out. He's going mad. Oh, look at this corridor, man. So cool. Ah. Ooh, look at that. Aye, hello. I see you, motherfucker. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, nice shot, asshole. Get out of my face. I'm glad I saw the guy with the gun behind him, because that could have spelled instant death. Did you see how much damage that thing did to me? Getting hit by the staff guy at the same time. That would have been death. And I did see these doors. So this is a prison almost. It looks like a prison. They have cells. They have a long creepy corridor. This is what a cell is like on the inside. They get a nice bed, and that's it. Frenzied cold blood, right? Are we able to? No. So we're probably gonna get like some sort of prisoner key or prison key, right? Cell keys somewhere, and that will allow us to unlock these locked doors. Having a look up. Always wary that there's going to be an enemy that drops down on you. They most certainly like to do that in these games. Especially when you're entering a small room like this where you can't really like look up. You're more focused on looking down at the ground, looking for traps, looking for an enemy in front of you, that you never notice the one above you. Wow! That's about the biggest dead body I've ever seen in Souls. You know, that drops loot. It's like a giant, man. Whoa, Fist of Gratia. The hell is a Fist of Gratia? Well, would you look at that? It's an offhand weapon. What does it require? It requires 7 strength, 9 skill, and 5 blood tinge. A chunk of iron fitted with finger holes. The hulking hunter woman's simple Gratia, ever hopeless when handling hunters' firearms, preferred to knock the lights out of beasts with this hunk of iron, which, incidentally, caused heavy stagger. Gratia was a fearsome hunter, and to onlookers, her unrelenting pummeling appeared oddly heroic. No wonder this weapon later assumed her name. Let's put it on. Bit of a bad spot for it. Maybe this is her. Does that look like a woman to you? No real way to tell, though, of course. It could be them. It could be them. But I'd love to show you the weapon properly, right? But we're kind of in a dark area, so I can't really properly show what it looks like. But it looks like it's sort of like brass knuckles in the way that it's used, but kind of dumb, right? Like the brass knuckles... Brass knuckles are something that you would put on your hands and use it to hurt your enemies. That looked like a slab of rock. Here, maybe here, where there's a bit of light. Oh no. Look at that. I thought it was just like a slab of metal or whatever, and she just slapped people with it. No, there's actually a handle. Didn't realize there was a handle. So it's like hitting someone with a brick, a metal brick or something. And this is what the attack animation looks like. You gotta press L2. Whoa! Look at that. That's really cool. I can only do this one attack, I guess. What about a roll? Oh, there is like an uppercut if you do a roll, or like a backstep. Oh, that's a strong punch. Then we got the uppercut. Then we got your basic punch. Pretty cool. Let's see how this weapon fares against an enemy. Do you think it's able to, like your pistol, visceral someone if you time it right? Yeah, I gotta look down this corridor before I go anywhere else. Oh. I can talk to someone in here. Looking a little bit weird there, mate. Are those antlers? And you've got a bell.
Are you a hunter? Well, that's very odd. Do you hear the toll of the bell?
I don't know.
Very well. The beast you seek will not be found here. Go back to your heart, and if you have the chance, put this night behind you. Places better left untouched. Secrets better left alone. Your thoughts brazenly roam.
So he gave me advice to leave. If I can't hear the sound of the bell, his advice is to leave. I won't find the enemy I seek. Which makes me think, oh, I've consumed too much insight. I need like a certain amount of insight to be able to see.
Bear in mind, some places are better left untouched, and some secrets are better left alone. Only fools do brazenly roam.
I will free you. When I have the key. Yeah, basically, I'm wondering if I need to consume some more Madman's knowledge or whatever. Get my insight high enough to be able to, like, hear the bell sound. Now, what is this? Whoa, do you see that? Oh god, those blinking eyes remind me of something. They remind me of the basilisks in Dark Souls 1 in the sewers. They would freeze you, they would turn you to stone with their cursing breath. And someone's praying over there. Just like the way Vicar Amelia was. In fact, look at this room. It reminds me... Whoa! Yeah, it reminds me of the Vicar Amelia bell tower room. The rats. Don't worry, the rats. Oh, look at it. Those eyes. So big. So big. Do you think it had some insight of its own? Like the, yeah, kind of like the pigs in the nightmare that you find. They have tons of eyes. Alright, the range on this thing's pretty low, guys. Does almost no damage. Now, these aren't the type of enemy I would try and visceral. So, maybe these aren't the type of enemy that I can actually visceral. So, it looks like, based on the damage that I was able to do there, perhaps I can actually visceral with this weapon. With this, like, chunk of metal or stone, whatever it is, I might actually be able to visceral enemies. And I'm definitely going to try, and I'm probably going to get the shit beat out of me in trying. Now, look at these beds. They look pretty nice, like, well made and comfortable. But notice how they've all got this, thing next to them. Is that blood inside there? I think it might be. We had the blood of beasts injected into us, didn't we, to become a hunter at the very start of Bloodborne. Is this something similar? Is that what they were doing here? Injecting blood into people, try and make them more hunters? They had Great One's wisdom, so that's a lot of insight going on with the people here that they're injecting them in. Or maybe they're taking the blood off them, I don't know. Hello? Whoa! Alright. Okay, I'm just looking at them right now. So it's a Hunter of the Church. That much is obvious. This is a bad person to try and visceral in testing. Maybe I should just fight them. Okay, that was a bad power attack. She has Ludwig's replica sword. Let's just fight her. Let's just fight her. And the one that we left behind, the one that was praying, she sort of did some sort of magical arcane attack. We didn't quite get to see what it did though. And it didn't quite reach us. It almost looked like it was fired at this one. Maybe like a buff or something. Look at that damage, dude. This weapon's so cool. I love it. Because if you catch someone off guard like that, you can really get them in a corner and just beat the shit out of them. Lovely. There we go. Yeah, not the best person to practice visceraling on a weapon you're not sure you can even visceral with. So she had Madman's knowledge as well. Yeah, maybe they were injecting hunters' blood, creating hunters. Whoa. Let's fight you in the main room, yeah? Alright, so you got a big white robe. Makes me think you're like high up in the church. She's got a whip. And she does like arcane stuff. Okay. And she's pretty much dead. This weapon's awesome, man. So good at killing hunter units. Quicksilver bullets, 10 of them. Yeah, so you consume Quicksilver bullets to cast your spells. So she obviously drops them. Alright. Well, I just killed 2 figures of the church. What even is this? There's a device on the right. It's set up just like, you know, a basic church. You go to the banisters, whatever, you pray, you receive, what is it, wine and like bits of bread, you know, the body and blood of Christ or whatever. So in that same sort of nature, they worship whatever's going on here. And we have the same setup as well, on a slab, and they're doing something to the body, just like they're doing here. May not be a slab, maybe a comfortable bed, but the premise is still the same, right? Still the same. Ringing a bell, reading from a book, and I don't know what he's doing. Oh! The eye pendant. This is the eye pendant, just a quick reminder. Eye pendant of a... Oh, this is the surgery altar. We're in the surgery altar. This is going to unlock the door to it. There are 2 cathedrals in Hunter's Dream. One lies past the River of Blood, and another contains the private research of the Healing Church. So, this is just past the River of Blood. So, it's a cathedral. Yeah, we're in there. Only chosen members of the Healing Church or their lamental patients can enter the research hall using this eye. So, we're going to go into the research hall using this eye. Look at how I put the eye inside of the head. Just like the whole idea behind insight being eyes inside of your head. You remember that second mouth? The second mouth of Ludwig? It had eyes inside of it. That was essentially inside of his head. He was filled with insight. Tons of it. The same premise is shown here. Well, there you have it. This should be the research hall. I assume there'll be lots of books and information and knowledge here. I instantly gained insight. Look at that one. He's the one making those sounds. Poor bastard, look at him. I'll put him out of his misery. Alright, obviously I'm gonna go for this. Heard something behind me. There's another one here. He's playing in the water. Whoa, look at his head. Oh, what the fuck? What am I even looking at right now? He's sort of searching through the water. What are you looking for, buddy?
Anyone seen my eyes? I am afraid I've dropped them in.
What?
Things pale now.
You've dropped your eyes in this puddle. Well, I'll try and help you, okay? But first I gotta do this. Also, there appears to be some sort of curse involved with the water. I would say it's a bad place to drop your fucking eyes, by the way. If the water is cursed. Alright, there's some loot in the middle. And look at the other bodies. There's plenty of bodies inside these, inside this cursed water puddle thing. Alright, we'll go for the loot. Blue elixir. I'm sorry, mate. I didn't find your eyes. I just found some blue elixir. Maybe next time, yeah? I'll see if I can find his eyes for him. Let's check out this door before we go up. Alright. Behind door number 1 is locked. It's fucking locked. Fucking hell. Look at these lanterns. Oh, there's another door there. Probably locked as well. We gotta find out, though. Does not open from this side. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm getting the hint. Alright. Can we attack this one, or will he talk to it? No. No way. He's not talking to us. They move quickly. It appears they've also lost their eyes. And they're acting kind of like... Whoa. They're acting kind of like those weird NPCs in Murgo's Loft. Basically, if you recall... What the fuck? 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 What are you doing? Why? Oh my god. What the fuck? They're acting like the NPCs in Murgo's Loft, you know, the ones that sort of wander around and don't do anything to you when you first interact with them, and then they start shoving you and all that. They get crossbows and like whips. I see you, motherfucker. I see you. And I see you as well, motherfucker. That's right. Oh, they're sneaking up on me. They're sneaking up on me. Very fucking clever. Here they come. Here they fucking come. Oh my god. Alright, I better kill them quick. These seem like a horrible enemy to face in a lot of, like, big numbers. Like, you know, one-on-one they're not that bad, right? Because you can stagger them and they don't have much health. But a bunch of them at once, yeah, they'll fuck you up. Now, out of my way. Oh, look, there's a signboard. Patient room floor 2. Are these the patients? Were they trying to save them, do you think? Or were they pretty much torturing them? Oh, God, look at this. Oh, my God. Oh. Yeah, they were torturing them. They were torturing them. I'm sorry.
But I won't do it again. I promise. The dawn of darkness. It frightens me. And what rises from its very depths.
Lady Maria,
The first one begged me to kill him. He had some sort of sanity about him, so I did. The other two didn't. I'll leave them. They're in hell and they could use the mercy of death, maybe. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do that just yet. Alright, I do want to find out where this rabbit hole takes me, so we're going to go up higher. What is all that sound going on up there? Whoa, that one was big. Did you see that? I guess we found the one that's making all that racket. And he's strong as nails. Oh god. Damn it. Fucking visceral's not reaching. Alright, so this power attack should stagger him. It didn't even stagger him. Holy shit. Jesus, this guy. Big and fucking scary, let me tell you. Seems like... oh, God! He seems like the right type of enemy to visceral, but I don't know that I can visceral him with this. It's just not a good weapon. It's not a good time to be testing out what I can and can't do when I'm, like, threatened by something that could easily kill me. Fortunately, I did get the visceral in the end. Oh, God. So that one went mad, and it was super strong. It was using the weapon. So, just like the other ones, dangerous as hell if you let them hit you, because they do a nice chunk of damage. But when he got his hand on a fucking weapon, that was when things got scary. Oh, God. Hi, guys. You're not one for conversation, then? Damn it. The range on this weapon in the sort of big version, big stance or whatever, is so nice. It's such a great weapon for AoE, like I was saying. I don't even know where I am, by the way. I'm kind of getting lost. But I would say I've gone the right way, because this looks like an ambush that I've entered from the backside, meaning the ambush never activates. And the whole, you know, discovery and cleaning out this room is a lot easier. So I may have made the right choice there. I'm doing pretty good on souls. I should probably level up. But I'm not going to go back just yet. You want to talk? So he's completely insane. We got some sedatives. That makes sense here. They're all frenzied, it looks like. Have a look at one. So he's completely mad. He's sort of like half laughing, half crying. And he's also making weird sounds in the middle. I'm going to put him out of his misery. I feel like that's the best thing to do for a lot of the people here. If you can even call them that. Look, ambush. That was like the half bad version of the ambush. I definitely made the right choice. I reckon I know where I'm going to come out. Main hallway. Yep. Yep. Just where they came out and ambushed me from behind. So I could have gone that way instead, and that would have been a lot like harder and more horrible to deal with. So before we get too lost, let's try the other path. Look at this place. It's really cool. Really nicely designed. Hey, where's your robe? For God's sake, man, put some clothes on. Have some respect for the children. And we got another one of those church bastards. That's their official name. Church bastards. That was the body of many of these guys that I'm killing. Who threw that? Come on. Fucking speak up. Cowards. I'm trying to sneak up on this guy and I'm smashing pots and trap, trap, trap! Oh shit, I'm holding the torch. It doesn't look like it's a visceral weapon. What it looks like is it just staggers. I can interrupt their attacks. Doesn't do much damage, but it's kind of like infinite interrupting, which is sort of the purpose of the weapon, it looks like. So it is not made for visceraling. It's not really great for damage, but I can just infinitely stagger them, and then, you know, basically that, I'll try and show like a proper use of it. So I stagger him, and then I get in. And then I get to do whatever I want, you know, assuming it's a person I could stagger with my basic attacks. For now, though. There we go. Interesting weapon, but I most definitely need my gun back. Alright, we got the gun back on now. Yeah, did you see that? There was a pressure plate that I stepped on that activated the shelves to sort of spew out that gross muck. We've seen that gross muck in a few places. It looked the same colour and style as what was actually shot out at us by Ludwig's mate. Oh.
Lady Murray, save me, please. I don't hear anything.
They're all begging some sort of lady called Maria. I can actually talk to this one.
Oh, Lady Murray, save me, please. I don't hear anything.
So she's just sad. She's you know, going crazy, right? But like, she's mostly just sad. She's not harming anyone, right? Is she in the way of anything? Be very careful. You're like pretty much on the suicidal edge there. In fact, you know what? Look at that. That goes nowhere. This looks like the type of place that would... in fact, I know it is. This main thing here, this stairway, that's going to rotate. That's going to rotate, and then it'll provide us new ways to get to new places. Like here, and like here. It's like, you know, Harry Potter, where they got a rotating staircase. Same thing, really, I think. Look at that guy. Hey, buddy. They're wearing those crow masks. I bet they'd spew out the same stuff. Yeah, I never finished that thought. Basically, Ludwig, out of the second mouth that had all the eyes in it, he was spewing out basically a fuck ton of that same liquid, whatever it is. And we saw the weird characters that we found in Murgo's Nightmare. The weird, like, slime men that used to be scholars before they turned into slime men. Yeah, they also had contraptions that would shoot out that same residue, that same weird muck. So we have what looks like elevators here, but they're not currently operating. Oh no. And we also have that ladder at the back. It's a big place, this. Go on then, let's find out where you take me. What? Yeah, they tortured them. They refer to them as patients, but let's be honest. They were just torturing them, weren't they? Also, what is this? Oh my god. That doesn't look like they killed them out of mercy. They're chopping off their heads. They've stabbed them with some sort of like fucking clamp and varying like tools and scissors. That looks like torture to me. Are you okay?
Is that
Jesus.
you, Lady Maria? No. You're someone else.
I am, yes.
Please, could you do something for me? I need brain fluid. Murky, mushy brain fluid.
What the fuck?
Please, could I need brain?
Do I not have any brain fluid? I really thought I would. It's the type of shit that you find for, you know, the rituals. Like this shit. Ritual blood, bloodshot eye, red jelly. I'm shocked that I don't have any brain fluid, but I'm pretty sure there'll be some. Oh, and I should also mention I did go get the blood rock so we could plus 10 our weapon when we decide which one we're going to use.
Please, I need brain fluid.
Murky, mushy brain fluid. Alright, I'll see if I can find that for you. Fucking weirdo. I wonder if that'll keep her sane. I mean, basically right now I feel like either someone or a group of people, this lady Maria, they like torture these people and do experiments on them and it's all fucked up. Or maybe they're a type of people who basically had something horrible happen to them and they're all like mutated and shit, right? Oh, here's the shortcut, by the way. Did you fall down? He was the guy like going round in the worm. Oh my god, that's why he's going round in the worm. He's strapped down and got free. Oh god. It's actually a girl. Okay, so we've unlocked one shortcut. That's nice. We still don't have the second elevator functional just yet. Not currently operable. We do have another path we can go down, which is the ladder. See where this takes us. This place is a madhouse, man. Alright, we got something going on in here. That one's moving all weird on all fours, like kind of like a gorilla or a monkey. That's probably the one that smashed something we just heard. And I see you, motherfucker. I see you. No hidden loot behind me. It doesn't look like it. I'll have a look. God, look at them. You know, it's hard for me to believe that they were helping them when they're like that. You know? It looks like torture to me. That one had lots of health. Ooh, decorative old hunter garb. Like the fancy version. I'll deal with this one before I put it on. Whoa, alright. Fucking hell. Good thing I spotted that one there. Before we had to fight both of them at once. The decorative old hunter garb. Old hunter garb decorated with brass trinkets. At the time, some hunters believed that certain metals would ward off beast blood. On a night of the hunt, it is no wonder that people would resort to superstition. That's brass, right? Yeah, brass trinkets. So we already learned that they did stuff with brass in the hopes of warding off beast blood and, you know, the madness. Probably doesn't do shit, but it's interesting that they tried to stop. Look, so you have the one where they have the belt around. This is the more fancy and more expensive version of the same thing, right? Old hunter, blah, blah, at the time, yeah, exactly the same description. So this time, they use like brass instead of a belt, and it's like this contraption of brass on the leg. Look at that. It keeps the leg like tightened, so it's hard for anything to get past it. It wouldn't do fucking anything, but it looks cool. This hat doesn't suit the... There we go. The top hat's a little bit better with this. Look at that. I actually think this looks pretty cool. I do like that the characters in this game are really thin and tall. And I guess the reason is because, like, I'm really thin and tall. So it's like, hey, I mean, I might be thin and tall, but based on what's happened in this video game, where other people are thin and tall, you know, it means I could probably handle all these horrible beasts. Not that I would ever want to ever encounter any of them at any point. What was this one? Laboratory floor 2. So it's referred to as laboratory or a laboratory, and that's where we have the monkey men. So glad I can pull off that combo. You know, having enough stamina to do it, because my god, they have a lot of health. More frenzied cold blood, so we already know they're insane, but that confirms it, of course. Keep making progress. I hear the one that was crying near me, and we have the staircase that leads further up. But oh, this is the one that doesn't go anywhere, which means the person that's crying is up and above and behind me, right there. Yep.
Surprise!
Whoa! Alright, mate. Fuck you, alright. Where the fuck? Oh, up there. Okay. Probably jumped down from that. This place is massive. Reminds me a little bit of, yeah, especially with the rotating staircase. Reminds me of, Sif's, library or observatory. The archives, that's what it was called. Sif's archives. Dark Souls 1. Oh, look at this. I can't target him. Oh, is he doing gardening? He's planted a sunflower and I think he might be looking after it. No way. Look at that view. Holy shit. Oh, where even are we now, man? You can see in the nightmare there's lots of places that just don't exist. Like where that fog is, there's just nothing. Like floating islands in the sky. The nightmare, the dream. That type of thing. Down at that courtyard below us. Don't see anything I recognize. Alright, let's talk to Sunflower Boy. Or girl. Yep. I thought you could talk to them. Because they're doing something very weird. Just one sunflower, eh? Not sure what type of like gardening you're doing, but you're trying.
Blip, blop. Blip, blop. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Blip, blop. Blip, blop. Splish, splash, splish, splash.
He's got a great rap career ahead of him. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, but I'm very, 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 very confused. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.